Alright, so finally guys, we'll be looking at everyone's favorite crypto, Doge. Now I know there's a lot of mixed emotions involved when we talk about Doge because a lot of the people who got in early, they really like it. A lot of the people who missed out, they don't like it. Now, I'm a trader, don't really like or dislike currencies or the assets that I trade. I just focus on whether I can make a profit out of it or not. Alright? Anyways, so the important topic, the main topic of discussion, the big question on everyone's mind has always been, will Doge reach to $1? And this isn't new. I mean, to all the newcomers in this space who think that it was 2021 when people started talking about, Doge going to $1, you're wrong. This narrative has been going on for many years, okay, for many years. Even during the 2017 bull run, people were like, oh, Doge will go to $1. Okay, it did not, but things have changed, and they have changed for the better. So let us start the discussion. So let me put on something. Okay, so this, I hope you guys can see the tweet. This is the tweet that I put on February 7, 2021. Okay, this was 2 months back. No, March, Feb, March, April, almost 3 months back. Okay, almost 3 months back. And Doge had, already had two big bumps from here to here, from here to here, right? I think that time it hit 8 cents and then came down, right? There was a big retracement. And I posted this tweet called Doge, let the force of math be with you. Because I was just playing around with certain tools. I love spending my time, charting and uh, finding new ways to improve my analysis. So this was actually just a fun analysis that I was doing just to check, okay, like there must be something behind it, right? There must be something behind it. So this is what I found. This is the mathematical correlation. Now this is just my view. This is just a personal view, okay? You can take it as a joke if you want. Does not matter. You can take it as a joke if you want. Not an issue. But I think I'll just explain as to how I arrived to that conclusion. So let me just go to the chart, and this is on the linear scale. Let me just switch it to the log scale. Okay, now this is better. So you can see the difference. I think if you look at the tweet, Doge is somewhere around here, I suppose. Somewhere around here, right? 7 Feb, somewhere around here. Okay. So this was the first pump that brought Doge to everyone's attention. Everyone was like, okay, how is Doge moving? Or how is it mooning actually? Then it came down, and then it just pumped from less than a cent to 8 cents, or 8 cents actually. So what did I do? What did I do? Let me just switch it to the 4 hour. We won't actually be doing any kind of TA here, but yeah, I'll just show certain things to you guys. Okay, so I just used a very basic tool called the FIP tool. Okay, and I changed the settings. I changed the basic settings to fib extensions to level 1, level 2, level 3. So what I did was I took the high from here during this pump and this low and I extended it. Okay, when I extended it, I found that the next pump reached the 5th fib extension. Okay, again, this is just a correlation. Okay, also this is not how I analyze my charts. People who know me know it that I rarely, if ever, use tools like Fibonacci. to help me with my analysis. This was fun. This was fun. Okay. So again, wave one, we did this. Okay, we did this. I think this was the actual wave one, and then this was the actual wave two. Anyways, so yeah, we took the high from here to here, extended it to the fifth one. This price action had already happened. Okay, this price action had already happened. This is why I was just able to see that, okay, from here to here it moved towards the fifth fib extension. Then it started retracing and accumulating again for a long time, again from 1 to 0 fib extension, right? And then it bumped towards the 10th fib extension. So this one to 5, this one to 10. So naturally, what would you do, or what would anyone like to do? So if wave 1 was from 1 to 5, wave 2 from 5 to 10, wave 3 must be from 10 to 15, right? 10 to 15. So that's exactly what I did. So Doge hit 8.75 cents here. I took the fib tool from this high to this low, and I just extended it to the 15th Fibonacci level. And have a look at this. What is the 15th fib extension? $1.04. Okay, $1.04. So again, this is not an actual analysis. This is not how I analyze my charts, but this was a really fun correlation that I found. And I mean, the time when I tweeted this was the chart, right? I think somewhere around here. Yeah, that's 5 Feb 7. Tried to break 8.75 again, hit it, then it came down again, started retracing, and then we see this long period of accumulation, and then it broke again. Okay, now a lot of the people just call it a pump and dump. Okay, it just might be a pump and dump. Okay, or they call it, I mean, there's all sorts of word for Doge. It's a shit coin and this and that. It's just a meme coin. It should not be valued so much. Okay, that makes sense, but the market is the one that decides, not you. Okay, not you. Market decides. So how did I go through this Doge cycle? Okay, through this whole of Doge cycle. And if you have a good understanding of TA, if you know technical analysis, it's really easy to spot these pumps. I mean, it's really easy. I'm pretty sure I've personally updated my friends, and a lot of you guys know that I have a Telegram channel which is completely free. It's completely free at the moment, and I do keep posting updates. So I've posted multiple times, at least 3 to 4 times, about different Doge moves. Okay, different Doge moves to the upside. So how did I do that? I certainly I was not sitting on Twitter waiting for Elon to tweet. Okay, I did not do that, and neither should you. Okay, neither should you. I've told this multiple times that price determines its direction on its own. I mean, the tweets can have some impact, but you don't really need to wait for those tweets, man. You really don't need to wait for those tweets. You don't need to spend all day sitting in front of Twitter, in front of Elon's profile, just to wait and see and timestamp when he tweeted, what he tweeted. Okay, was it related to Doge or not? It's pretty simple. If you know TA, it's very easy to spot these these moves to the upside. And I mean, it's so simple, man. Just what was I doing? I was just focusing on these trend break. Okay, trend breaks, big spike, retraces. Where do you enter? You enter around here. Okay, what happens? Moves up. right? How difficult is it? How difficult is it? So that's just one. That's just one. I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw this break as well, right? Maybe I saw it on the 1 hour. I'm not sure. Okay. Maybe I saw this one on the 1 hour. So yeah, again, I let people know. This one was again very easy. Even then, I just saw the break instruction. I was like, okay, Doge is going up. And I mean, if you go to the 15 hour 1 minute or 15 minutes and 1 hour, you can see the pump and you can catch it pretty quick. Okay, you can catch it pretty quick. So again, this one and then the current pump. I mean, from here, I'm pretty sure I had marked a very important level somewhere around 31, 32, 33 cents. Okay, I'm not sure of the line. Was it here or here? I'm really not sure. Okay, so I think somewhere around this point from here to here. Yeah, so that was it. That was it, I guess. Okay, this was from 5 cents. So yeah, I remember I tweeted about Doge going up. This is in April, right? Right. So I think I let my subscribers know about Doge going up somewhere around 4 or 5 April. It was, I think the price was around 5.6 cents or something. Yeah, somewhere around here. Yeah, somewhere around here. And as you can see, it pumped like 9x, almost 9x. Oh, just take it as 8x. Take it as 8x. Okay. Then started coming down from 45. It started coming down. Everyone was like, okay, Doge is done. I mean, people have no idea how crypto works. People have absolutely no idea how the crypto markets work. So here I am telling you these things. So certainly you guys have a lot to learn. Okay, you guys have a lot to learn. Anyways, it pumped to 45 cents. Then it retraced. And once again, it was really easy to spot the break. I mean, just a few days back, I again posted on my channel that Doge looks very bumpy. A Doge looks very ripe to move somewhere around here. I'm pretty sure. So that it had broken a trend and it had taken over an important level. I don't think I can find that level on the 4 hour. Maybe if I go to the 1 hour, I can find it. But okay, you guys are smart enough to guess the drill. I think it was somewhere on this level. Yeah. So this was an important level to take over, right? Then I think there was also an important level around here or here somewhere. Because a lot of my friends, they entered around 32 cents. Okay, they entered around 32 cents, as I told them that that is going to be a very important level, and it was for a reason. For a reason. So if you understand TA, you would know. Okay, if you understand TA, you would know. And then Doge started to go up again, and then it went all the way to 69 cents. Okay, I know what you guys are thinking. Nice. Then it came down from here to here, and then if you just go to the 15 minutes, which I did, okay, which I did, and if you just look for the trend, so easy to spot, right? Again, the trend was broken on a lower time frame. Why did I go to a lower time frame? Because this certainly did not look like an accumulation on a higher time frame, right? I mean, just 1 hour and 4 hour, not even 4 hour, mainly focusing on the 1 hour. So there was a lot of accumulation in the 1 hour, and you can just get these trend breaks on 15 minutes. I mean, you could have even gotten in on 5 minutes. I don't know. somewhere around here, this draw trend here, see the break, okay, in. Then you wait for it to break the higher trend, which is from here to here, which it broke around here. So what happened? Even if you entered somewhere around here, you were up 21%, right? So these things are not very difficult to spot. These are actually easy to spot. Because the thing is, most of you do not know how to do it. Okay? So keep your biases aside. The market is here to trade. And again, as I always say, the market is never wrong. The chart is always right. Okay? So fundamentals, does etc have any fundamentals? I mean, people who have been in the space long enough know etc is one of those S coins that people love to mention, and yet it pumped from its low around $3 or $4 now over $170. Are there fundamentals involved? No, because that is not how crypto markets operate. That is not how crypto markets operate. I don't know when you guys will learn. Anyways, if you understand these things, what will you do? You will be able to capitalize on this. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure different people have different mindsets on how they want to move ahead with the market. I'm a trader, so I just focus on the charts. A lot of the coins I don't even know the full name of those coins. I just know the ticker. I chart them, they look good, and I just buy them. Just buy them. Okay, as for risk involvement, obviously there is always risk involved. I mean, any coin or asset you trade, there is some risk involved, but you got stop losses, right? This, you got stop losses. So just in case, no matter how high the price, if a coin is going parabolic like this, if you are here and you're like, should I buy it? Well, you can. You can, because there's a lot of irrationality in the market. It can go from here to here. But it's going to be risky, right? So what do? If you buy here, you put a stop loss around here, preferably 5 to 10% below. If the market is moving too quick, you can even take it to 10 or 15%. It's completely up to you, but use stop loss. How does stop loss help? It reduces risk. So it does not matter what coin or asset you are trading, you can define your own risk. How much do you want to risk on a trade to make a certain amount of profit? You determine everything. Every trade is risky. Okay, every trade is risky. So yeah, again about the tweets. So in 2017, John McAfee had a very notorious image because he was just basically shilling coins, shilling a lot of coins. So people would just sit on Twitter. So did I, and you would just wait for McAfee to shill a coin without knowing that those coins were already being accumulated by whales. Wait, yeah, whales and big players and institutions, so the coin would be moving like this, right? And it would tweet somewhere around here, and then it would shoot here, and people would start buying from here to here without understanding that those who accumulated here were actually selling these. We're actually selling here, and you are the people who were buying, right? This is what you guys need to understand. Most of you guys think from the perspective of a retail investor. Okay, now to change your mind, I have something really interesting. I'm pretty sure you guys will find it really helpful. So I think you can see this document. This is called the God PDF. Okay, literally the God PDF. You will, and this is from the Crypto Frenzy blog on WordPress. I think it was put up there in 2014. So there's a lot of information here. Let's have a look. So this is written by a whale, a Doge whale, okay, a Dogecoin whale. So market prices has Ignore the grammatical errors. Okay, there are a lot of grammatical errors, but just focus on the sense. Focus on what it means. Market prices have always been manipulated by the government's visible hands through influencing laws and regulation. Insiders control markets and manipulate them up or down for profit. Manipulation is everywhere, undeniable and unavoidable. It happens on a very large scale throughout every single financial market out there: stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies, and so forth, and even, crypto. There are other types of manipulation, such as social and news manipulation. Hence, I called it the game of deception. Okay, so you need to understand every market is manipulated. I mean, people really don't like to use the M word, manipulation word, but even markets like uh, gold, silver, the precious metals market, commodities market, everything is manipulated, man. The stocks, definitely. So here he puts a quote by Sun Tzu: if you know your enemies and know yourself, you will not be in peril in 100 battles. So I think by the enemy, who is he talking about? Pretty sure the institutions and whales. Individuals trade the market for a purpose, and that is to profit. This is what I say. This is what I tell people every time. You are in the market to profit. That is it. That is all there is to it. Now, whales are ruthless, swift, cunning, and very, very patient. And most importantly, they do not obey the rules of the game. A price will never be too high or low for them. Prices might have soared 100%, 200%, and it will never be too late for them to enter. Buy high, sell higher. Sell low, buy lower. Okay? Now, to almost everyone, it is simply just pump and dump. However, the truth is, there are many stages to make a pump and dump successful. So today, you'll get to learn how a pump and dump is made. Not those pump and dumps done by groups of individual that keep shilling certain coins. And I'm pretty sure if you're on Telegram, you get added to a lot of those pump and dump groups. Ignore it. Okay, ignore pumps and dumps like those. Ignore pumps and dumps like those. But in a sense, the majority of coins will go through a cycle of pump and dump. Okay, the majority of them will go through it. Just the thing is, you need to understand the what should I say, the time frame. Okay, some plays take a lot of time to build. Some are done in, like, minutes. So the ones that are done, the pump and dumps that are done by Discord and Telegram groups, they get done in like 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes. That makes no sense. Okay, you will always lose money in those. You'll always lose money. But the pumps which take a lot of time for accumulation and all these 7 stages to play through, you can make some good money, because this is not just a pump and dump. It's like a bubble, and the creation of a bubble takes time. So again, sometime down the line, I'll share my insights and the things I got to know by reading a very good article on Zero Hedge called Investing in a Bubble. Anyways, let us look at the pump and dump cycle. So first is position building. There are multiple ways to build a position. The most common method will be micro buys. So they do not buy large amounts in one go. They do micro buys. Through placing of buy order in a relatively small amount, it avoids driving up price and also masks our existence. Okay? Everything is done behind the curtains. Suppressing prices. Prices does not matter to us as long as we can sell higher. In this very stage, we will pile up whatever we have bought to suppress prices as much as possible through sell walls, so that we are able to do our buying cheap. So yeah, a lot of the big players, even institutions, they use sell walls. Okay, to show people that there is going to be a lot of selling pressure, and people are like, okay, I need to sell before it hits the wall, or it's never going to break the wall. Okay, it does not only happen in crypto, it even happens in precious metals. I mean, there were two traders who were fined, two traders from JP Morgan, I guess, who were fined for spoofing. Spoofing is again the same thing, building sell walls and buy walls to manipulate price. Okay, so as I said, manipulation is everywhere. Now, test pump. Before a real pump happens, whales like us tend to test the market. Why? Reason is simple. It is to ensure that we have absolute control of the market. By doing a test pump, we will roughly get an idea on where our next resistance will be, And how much floating chips are around? Floating chips refers to weak hands. So whales hate weak hands. Okay, they hate weak hands. They do not act as any form of support for us during a pump, and we are always determined to get rid of them in the early stages, no matter how long it takes. Okay. Now, the actual pump, when weak hands are being forced out and we have gained the market share that we expect, we are ready to move. Next phase, shakeout. Shakeout is a deliberately forced price reaction whose purpose is that of stimulating public selling in order to facilitate the accumulation of speculative positions. This is the most aggressive part in wiping out weak hands of their positions. Sometimes during a shakeout, we can be so aggressive that we drive prices so low that it's way below our cost price. Losses does not matter to us. It is only on paper and we have enough bankroll to pump prices back. Individuals who have no experience or unable to withstand such psychological torture will usually exit the market at this stage. So you can pump a coin 100% and then drop it 75%. Pretty sure that happened on Doge, right? Pretty sure that happened on Doge when it pumped from, less than a cent to 8 cents and then dropped 75 to 78% and then started accumulating again. So if you knew how these cycles work, you would have benefited from it. I mean, I certainly did. Reallocation and distribution. So reallocation and distribution usually serves the purpose for us to rebalance our portfolio. In a test pump, we might distribute you some of our shares or coins. The logic is quite simple. Sometimes during a pump, buying into our own vaults and others, we bought more than expected. We will have to release a few back to the individual traders. So sometimes just to drive the prices up, they start buying from their own sell vaults. Okay, start buying from their own sell vaults, and then the price goes higher, and now they own more coins or more asset than they want to. So what do? They start distributing it or selling it at cheaper prices. Okay, driving the price down, but not completely demolishing the market. This is the final stage, exiting the dump. This is usually the last stage, the part where we take our profits and completely exiting the market. There are many exit strategies available to us. So a lot of the people, they think that the whales are just going to dump their coins. Okay, does not always happen that way. It does not always. Okay, depending upon how big the market share of the asset is or how many players are involved. Okay, so if you're looking at like super micro cap coins, which have a valuation of in just millions, 70 million, 80 million, 100 million, and then you get rug pulled, yeah, that happens, but not with assets which have like billions and billions of dollars. So the most common mindset that everyone had is that we either micro sell or massively dump into buy walls during a dump. These are just the basic. Usually, by exiting via this method gives us really a bad price to sell at. One of the exotic methods we used is exit during a pump. Okay, so this works by having sell walls in place and buying into our own walls again and again aggressively until the crowd follows. Once they follow, they will be biting into our walls. Hence, we are able to exit portions of it bits by bits, rinse and repeat a few times. We'll be able to exit the market completely. So this is what I tell to a lot of new guys. Okay, so there's a phase in the market called euphoria. Okay, so what really happens in euphoria? Do you really think that the big players, the whales, the institutions, they are buying high, or they keep on buying high during periods like euphoria? They are the ones who create those periods. Okay, the whales, the institutions, they create that phase, they lead to that phase of euphoria, so they keep driving the price higher. So suppose you bought a coin for $1, they take it to 2. You're like, I don't want to buy. Then they take it to 4. You're like, okay, this looks interesting, and then they take it to 6. Now they have your attention. Then they keep pumping it to 8 and then 10, and you're like, damn, I'm missing out on something. And then you start buying from 10, and then they keep increasing the price. From 10 it goes to 11 and 12 and 13, and you're happy. You're like, okay, you're a genius. You were late but not too late. The phrase, it's never too late. So you keep buying and buying and buying, and by you I mean the whole of the retail investors, the whole of the retail market. You keep buying from 10 to 15 to 20 okay, without understanding that who is doing the supply. So after a certain point, when the coin has now moved from $1 to $15 or $16, the institutions or whales, they don't need to do anything. They have set a narrative, they have infused an idea, okay, and what happens, the retail keeps on buying, and the retail takes it from 16 to 18 to 20, 22, 25, and after 25, what the institutions start doing, they start releasing their funds, they start selling into this buying. So 26, they sell, 27, they sell, and they keep on selling till the point they are left with nothing at all, okay, because they have profited, they made huge amounts of profit. Another method is known as exit by putting a sell wall. Well, many of you who follow my trades on Dogecoin market know that I like having sell walls up to suppress prices and buy Doges cheap. However, I am able to imply this strategy by deceiving everyone into thinking that I'm merely capping prices, but the fact is I am micro selling my way out. Okay? Now, this is almost the end. So Doge was dead cheap. He's telling his story. Okay, so Doge was dead cheap, everything was right. The increasing growth in subscribers on Reddit, the tipping community were a perfect condition to manipulate Doge prices effectively. The fundamental factors and elements determine the outcome of a military engagement. A battle is won before it is even fought. Okay, all the conditions were met: pricing, volume, the community backing it, and the growth that is gradually increasing. So he heavily bought into Dogecoin, 26 to 50 satoshis. He shared his trades on Dogecoin at first. Why? Simple. He was a nobody there. He expected and predicted that no one will listen to a trade recommendation by someone new in there. It would not affect any of his position building, but rather gain him some sort of fame and reputation for the use. Then came the part of Jamaican bobsled team. It was a perfect time for other whales and myself. We signaled through buy-sell walls that we are ready to move. It was a test pump. We wanted to see if the Dogecoin community were gullible enough to think that it was the Jamaican bobsled publicity that have drove Dogecoin prices up. See, everything is pre-decided. Everything is pre-decided. These events make no sense. The news makes no sense. Okay, the bobsled team brought value and publicity to Dogecoin. That is all it does. But people are always confused with price and value. Having value does not mean having a price, and having a high price does not mean it has value. In the world of manipulation, we use the news. Okay, we use the news to manipulate the social network as our advantage. We were right. By driving prices up, the community gave credit to the bobsled team for moving Dogecoin prices up, which is what I wanted. Okay, this is how they set a narrative, and you guys just buy into it. This is the part where I give everyone on Dogecoin market a floor of 160 Satoshi, a precise floor that I will support. So he was a whale, he was supporting 160 sats, and 230 as resistance. So the price could just move between 160 and 230. I move prices up and down within this range to gain confidence support from the community that I'm backing it and able to control Doge prices at will. Then came the part of which I need more faithful followers who will ride the waves with me, guarantee a few profits, and act with me. Why? Reason is simple. I sold most of my Doges high and I have lost a significant amount of market share. I need to regain the market share without physically possessing it. Okay, now there's a lot of other things that he has mentioned. What I will do is I'll just put a link to the PDF in the description. Okay, you can just have a go at it, read all of it. And to finish it, sad but true, I used all bad news on me as an advantage to maneuver and engage the opposing force. And to those who loses out in the end are usually my haters, because they are the ones that are arrogant and acted late. People in my private channel know how I trade and usually hold, even though prices are being suppressed or shakeouts by me. It is usually the people without patience that lost in the end game. Okay, so patience is the key, risk management is the key, right? These are the things that you also need to focus on. Anyways, I think this one has been a long one, like a long video, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be really helpful for you guys. You'll get to learn a lot. Okay, so I'm putting it in the info bits playlist because I think it's more informative. There's not a lot of analysis involved, and I'm pretty sure you guys had a good time learning new stuff. So that is all I wanted to cover, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Also on Sunday I'll be releasing the Gear 2 course and a lot more new analysis coming up for the other Binance coins. Till then, take care. Cheers.